It's mad that out of all of the midfielders in the Premier League, Cole Palmer ranks first for progressive runs, first for goals, first for expected goals, first for shots, second for non-penalty goals, third for free passes, third for expected assists, third for successful attacking actions, third for goal conversion, fourth for dribbles, fifth for key passes, fifth for assists. Against all midfielders in the Premier League his age or younger, he ranks first for pretty much everything, and then second for passes into the penalty area and key passes, still first for shot and all those attacking actions. And against all the 22-year-olds in Europe's top 5 leagues or younger, he ranks third for free passes, second for goals, third for shots, fifth for expected assists, fifth for expected goals, sixth for deep completions, seventh for accurate progressive passes, 10th for assists, 10th for non-penalty goals across Europe's top 5 leagues for his age. And it's mad to think that I remember this day just over a year ago now, where Chelsea had signed Cole Palmer. I remember 40 million plus 5 million add-ons, 45 million for a guy that hadn't scored a Premier League goal. Now, I watched Cole Palmer. I knew he was a great player. I knew about him in his academy days. What a talent he is. But even I thought, is that a bit much for someone that's not quite proven? Do Chelsea need someone a bit more proven because they buy a lot of youngsters? I thought 30 million, I get it. 45 million, I thought, yeah, that's a bit on the expensive side. But I mean, the response to this online, it's terrible signing. Now, Chelsea fans got gas for Wirtz and Musiala to end up with Cole Palmer. Most pointless transfer of the summer. The English player Havertz. Pep sold you a player and you ain't worried. This guy ruined his football career. 45 million for a player with 0 goals. Strange deal, this. If he was that good, City wouldn't sell. I don't see anyone analysing what Chelsea paid 40 million for a player with 0 goals. 40 million, F me. Chelsea scouts are the laziest and worst. I lost. This guy is in every first division league in South America for 5 million. Alpha says 45 million used to get you Zinedine Zidane. Now it gets you City's ball boys. This is what people said when City signed Cole Palmer. Now, my thought is this is a very good signing. This is a very good player, but they've probably overpaid a bit. They definitely didn't overpay because Cole Palmer's been brilliant. But the actual response to this was crazy. Everyone was like, what are they doing? But Cole Palmer has been an absolute joke for Chelsea, how good he's been. I mean, this was his vision, the way he just delivered the ball in the area there. Not just his goals, not just his assists, but his moments, his technique, his everything. Because a player that everyone was like, do Chelsea need him? Why have Chelsea signed this guy? For me, he was my Premier League player of the last year, not Foden. The reason I give it to Palmer, not Foden, is because Palmer did it when he didn't have the support around him. I thought Rodri was better than Foden for Man City last year. If I was going to be honest, I would have given Cole Palmer player of the season last year. Because, as said here, no player this season so far has created more open play chances than Cole Palmer in the Premier League this season. Cole Palmer already has 1 goal and 4 assists in 3 matches under Maresca. He has the most chances created, the most open play chances created, the most big chances created, and the most assists so far in the Premier League. Cole Palmer's absolutely been phenomenal in this number 10 playmaking role. And, he was playing more as a winger under Poch, and now he's going to be playing more centrally under Maresca. But he's had 2 different managers at Chelsea. He's looking good under both managers. He looked good when he came off the bench for England at the Euros. Some players, they look really good under one manager. Another manager comes in, they drop off. The question was Cole Palmer going to be a one-season wonder? I never thought he would be a one-season wonder, but, you always have to just have a look. And he's just been unbelievable under any manager, any challenge, any position. And that Cole Palmer is a truly elite, world-class level player. If he can play as a 10, he can play as a winger, he can play under multiple managers and put in a performance and do it for a side where I think the Chelsea have some really good players and have a really good side, but do it for, not even Chelsea's best side. Imagine him in that 10 role in Man City side. I think he would have taken Foden's place. I genuinely do. I think he's been that good. He was the 23-24 young player of the season and even got nominated for the Ballon d'Or without playing a single game in Europe or starting game for England at the Euros. That's how good he was in the Premier League. That's how good he was for Chelsea that he's got nominated for the Ballon d'Or, and deservedly so. He was unbelievable last year. He won Chelsea's Men's Player of the Year, and I think he won the Players of the Year as well. He also was the PFA Young Player of the Year. A hat-trick of assists and scoring Chelsea's second against Wolves all in the same week. He was phenomenal versus Wolves. So we're going to talk about Cole Palmer, what a sign he's been for Chelsea, and why it's a joke. And when I say it's a joke, I mean that they got this guy for 45 million. Everyone was laughing at Chelsea when they first signed him, but no one's laughing now because of how good Cole Palmer's been. I'm talking Ballon d'Or nominee. So let's have a look at him last season, and then we're going to talk about him this season, how Maresca's going to use him, the plan for Cole Palmer and more. 27 goals and 15 assists last season. That is absolutely insane. Just to put that into context, that is 37, 42 goal contributions in 48 games last season. He already has 5 and 3 this season in the league. If you look at his Premier League statistics, he got 33 goal contributions in 34 Premier League games. He's played 37 Premier League games for Chelsea. 37 Premier League games for Chelsea, and he has 38 goal contributions for Chelsea in 37 Premier League games. And it's not like he was an experienced player coming in at 25 and already had 100 goals in the Premier League. He was a guy that never scored a Premier League goal, to then in the space of a year be getting 38 goal contributions in 37 games. That is absolutely ridiculous. You look at his statistics as a right winger, he played 20 games, 13 goals, 5 assists, 18 contributions. As an attacking midfielder, 13 goals, 7 assists. He actually had 20 attacking contributions in 19 games as an attacking midfielder, and has even played as a centre forward. Now, Maresca is going to employ Palmer as an attacking midfielder because Maresca likes pacey wingers, and Cole Palmer hasn't really got the pace to be a touchline winger. He's more someone that operates best in the half spaces, someone that can dictate the game. So let's talk about Cole Palmer, how he can be used under Maresca, and why this is a really good deal. So let's get into this. So Palmer, his vision is insane. I showed you right this earlier here. His vision is absolutely insane. Palmer is able to find space behind the defensive lines and lock opponents, and he's doing that multiple times, whether it's an inverted sort of cross into the box, whether it's a through ball playing in a player, whether it's finding a player between the lines for a pass, or whether it's facilitating Madueke outright and then overlapping Madueke to put in that assist for Nicholas Jackson versus Prowlis, which was unbelievable as well. Whether it's playing Madueke in or Neto in like he did versus Wolves, whether it's dropping deep and going over the top. I remember the assist he got versus Tottenham to Nicholas Jackson. He does it all. He can basically pass these short passes. He can play it out wide onto the runners. He can play it through. He can find players in the half space. He can play those inverted crosses. His vision and his technique to deliver the pass is unbelievable. He is so calm when he has the ball. He's very much in control. He doesn't get pushed off the ball. He's got a very good touch, very good technical skill set, very press resistant, able to manipulate the defenders, find space for himself to get that passing angle off to deliver his pass. One thing about Cole Palmer that makes him stand out is his ability to have the ball at any angle, spin with the ball, just agility, which makes him a good dribbler, someone that can do quick 1-2s, dribble, play around people, but it means he can receive the ball at any angle and any foot and basically make a pass, making him a great outlet. He has everything from rhythm, technical skill, balance, creative and quick thinking. I think his thinking ability, I think his intelligence and his technical ability to execute those passes is insane. His intelligence to find space, his intelligence to know when he should be in the middle, when he should be out wide, his intelligence to play the ball forward. He's absolutely insane. He's someone that is just mentally sharp, composed and unbelievably strong under pressure, as you can see with the penalties. You look at Cole Palmer here, delivers in the final third, goals and assists. He's effective. He was a key player to Chelsea last season. He carried a poor Chelsea and underperforming Chelsea side last season at times. And he's doing it again this year. He's effective. He's proficient. He gets goals and assists. But he's also efficient. He maximizes impact. That goal that Jackson scored versus Palace, the cross from Cole Palmer was pinpoint. The technique was pinpoint. Everything from Cole Palmer was absolutely perfect. He's got the mentality. He's got the technical ability. He's got the brain. He can press the ball, he can intercept the ball, he can put into defensive shift. Under Maresca, he's becoming this outlet that's going to be roaming the middle of the pitch and play the wingers in. I think his goal numbers could go down this season, but I think his assist numbers under Maresca is just going to be like a cheat code. I think he's going to get the ball with the license and play Madueke in and play Neto in. I think Neto's and Madueke's goal numbers will go up. I think he's just mentally strong in terms of his leadership. But even the goal he scored versus Wolves, Finnish can score good goals. He joined an unstable Chelsea side. And, he could have stayed at City and he could have played it safe and gone into that stable City side and, all that support, but he didn't. He went to a Chelsea side where he wasn't guaranteed minutes, but he wanted to go there because he was going to get more minutes at Chelsea than City, where everyone that had gone to Chelsea, hadn't had the best time really in recent years. Not everyone, but they have a lot of youngsters, a lot of them didn't get minutes. People said Chelsea stopped buying youngsters off the back of a poor season. He took a massive risk joining Chelsea, and that just shows his mentality, because then he went to Chelsea as this kid who's not scored a Premier League goal, that was so unexperienced and just lifted that Chelsea side up levels. It was unreal. And this is a tweet back from November last year when Cole Palmer had only played about 10 games for Chelsea. Cole Palmer, 40 million, may begin to look like a coup. You can tell he's a student of Pep Guardiola in his technical qualities alone. Empathy in every action / weight of pass, orientates his body well to receive the ball, and positional intelligence to sniff out pockets of space. Calculated risk-taking and elegant ball carrier. He's future as an interior, very much a wing fielder, not enough burst to be an elite out-and-out touchline winger, which is why Maresca's playing him more central, and plenty of top midfield qualities to offer in that role. Possessing that in-swing and cross from the right half space too, right-sided 8 for Chelsea long-term, offering positional rotations with whoever the winger is, preferably comfortable on the inside, ton of ball capacity. And that is what he's doing under Maresca. And he's been an absolute joke, Cole Palmer, how good that signing has been. And I have to say, that is the signing of the season, Cole Palmer, last year, because I think people thought it was expensive. People weren't sure, but he was so good for Chelsea last season. He's now a £150 million player.